What is up? Welcome, dudes. We got some people in here. Josh C, H10, FLQ. Welcome, bros. What's that sound like? Yeah, sick, Josh. Thanks, buddy. Just posting just doing a quick post before we get into it. Yeah, sweet. Thanks, mate. I'll wait for a few more people to get on before we jump into discussions and whatnot. Oh, the new footy stars, man. Damn. Yeah, I watched a bit of I haven't watched the full post on that, but there was that thing on Insta about it. But there was a lot of mixed emotions about it. Some people were saying yes, others going hell no. So I don't know what the full deal on it, because I only saw the thing on RGV, on the RGV breaks page. I'm going to bring that up actually, and I'll see if I can drop something, because let's have a look. I'll jump on the select website. Yeah, so I only just saw about that like literally tonight, about an hour ago, and I was like, what is going on? I see there's people already selling pre-release. RGV is already selling pre-releases, so that's really, really interesting. I'm just jumping on the news, and what does it say? Nothing. There's no information about it at all, but they did drop something live. What I will do, let's go to the source of where I saw it. Where are we? RGV breaks. Let's read the comments. No. Where do I see it? Where the hell did I see it? They're already selling breaks. How could it? Has it already? Have I missed something? Has it already been released, or is it just in pre-release? Pre-sale. Oh, 1st of March. That's not that far away. That's why they're doing pre-sales. Okay, that makes sense. But I'm just trying to find where I read that information about. There was someone put up a post saying that they weren't happy about it. And maybe it was in some other page. Maybe it was on the Cherry Crew. Might have been. Yeah, I think it was Cherry. Oh, God. I hate siphoning through all this shit. Someone did have a bitch and then it opened up a big discussion. I'm just trying to find it, but no. So what's the basic? Select will have theirs up tomorrow. Yeah. I did see there was going to be like 18 packs with, is it 18 cards per pack? Did I hear that wrong? I did watch a little bit of the actual the girl that is in Select. The size of the release is too much and people can't master sets. Yeah, that's probably what it is then. 18 cards per pack. That is a lot. I think usually in the Select there's only about 10 cards, so they're almost doubling the size of the pack. Yeah. But they can't master sets. Yeah, I get it. Depends though, because usually the base footy stars is not that hard to master. Like I unless like the base one is super easy. You can just buy a box. You usually get like one of every base card per box at least. But I think the people complaining are probably the ones above that who buy the cases and try to do the full mastering, like you're saying. If they buy a case, excuse me, there's probably still a chance that they're not going to be able to master the set just out of a case, so it might cost them a little bit extra or whatever. So that's probably what they're complaining about. The guys that go heavy on all the inserts and stuff like that, because that can be pretty tricky trying to get all of the individual inserts and stuff. Drinking the Sliverwitcher. Actually, I'm going to get another glass. I'll just tighten this mic up, and I'll just drop my notes out. Jumbo. That's what I was listening to the girl talk about, the jumbo, the 18 cards, 18. Yeah, that's what I heard. I caught the tail end of that on their live, which they went live, I think, this afternoon or something. And I caught the tail end of it, the normal packs with the 9 cards. And then there was a bombshell. They dropped the subset. Yeah. I mean, how upset can you be? They're just trying to be a bit different, you know. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be great. The last few years, I've bought a box each time, and it's been so much fun. Just even just like in the basic format, just ripping packs, you know. I think the Select cards are like, we're lucky to have them, to be honest. In Australia, they're like one of the best brands in the world of all the card makers, especially the quality of their cards. They're really, really good quality. But that is going to be interesting, isn't it? Seeing how that switches up from the 9 card format to the 18. Yeah. And I wonder what that means for Select. Are they going to get people spending double, or are they going to get it niched out? Bradman eBay sales the other week. I've still got one Bradman up, but I can't even. Actually, you know what? I can. I don't want to take this out of the pack. That's the full set that I was telling you guys about on the live 2 weeks ago. That is a full set of the. Let me just check. 1938. That's the 1938 John Players full set, and it is. How many cards? They're not numbered. They are numbered actually. I think it's around 40 cards. I think that's a full set. I got a really good deal on that. I had the front card there. If you see, is a Bradman. Now, I actually bought that single card by itself as well as separately from a different seller, and I've sent that along with the 248, the two 1948s, and they're going in for grading. The 1938 is probably in better condition than the 48s. Don't know why, but the 48s are just really grubby. It's hard to get a clean 48. If someone does get a clean 48, it'd be worth a mint because most of the ones are pretty cheap because they're not in good condition. I did buy this. This is the one that's for sale on my eBay at the moment. I've got that up for a couple hunch, only because it's the only graded Bradman. And as you can see, the condition is not astounding, but honestly, I've bought 4 of them now. I've got another one coming in, and I just sent 2 off for grading. So I'm trying to sort of corner the market a little bit on that 1948. If I can buy all the 1948s, I know that's greedy, but if I can do that, then the price will go up because no one will be able to buy them. But that's where that is at, H10. They've added SIGs in the jumbo set. Oh, I love that. That is, yeah. But what I am wondering about is the price differential between the jumbo set and the regular set. That's going to be interesting because the regular set's like $3 a pack. You can buy a box for about $100 and have a ton of fun. You usually get one insert. The last few years, I've had no problems covering the money back from just like the 1 or 2 insets that you get that are like heaps. I've really good luck. I've had last year I got a bang and a Brownlow predictor in the base set. I auctioned those off for about $70 each, and that paid for the. Oh, okay, 1 per 1,200, but that's so rare, isn't it? That's like that's similar to the that is similar to the 24K gold cards that Team Coach brought out. That's about 800, 1 per 800 packs. I got super lucky with the Team Coach as well. Last year I bought. The funny thing was I live near a BP. Some of the petrol stations sell the trading cards. They were selling Team Coach in there and no one was buying them. Oh, Dusty SIG. Man, that'd be sick. But I did get... Actually, I'll grab it out. I'll show you. I got... 1 second. So I didn't buy a box of Team Coach last year. I was going to. And then about 2 weeks before I'd planned on buying one, because there was tons of it around, I saw that the BP near my house had a box on the counter, and no one was buying them because everyone around here buys the Select. So Select, if that is on a counter, it just goes. But Team Coach is sort of a bit slower. Anyway, I'm like, my missus went in. We went there to get some bread and milk or something. She runs inside, and she comes back, and she's like, hey, I had these on the counter. I just bought like 5 packs. I'm like, yes, yeah, sweet. So I went home and ripped them open, and I got this. Where is it? I got the Patrick Cripps Cardcraft, which was the number 4. Now, I didn't know what it was because I think this year was the first year they did the 24K gold cards. So I'm like, I was about to put it up on auction, and something inside me, I was going to put it up for auction for like $5, and something inside me was like, yeah, do a bit of research. So I Googled it, and then I went into a Facebook page, and the guy was like, how much are these going for? I just pulled one, and everyone was going, hold that, don't sell it. They're worth like $1,500. And I'm like, whoa. I was just about to pull the trigger on a $5 auction. I'm like, okay, I'm keeping that until I know what the fuck I'm doing. So one thing led to another, and then I got this from I end up buying all the rest of the Patrick Cripps, and Patrick Cripps is one of the higher selling ones. And then I got this, the 24K gold one, which is worth about $2,000. So I still have that in my possession. It's up on my eBay for sale, probably at about half the price of what it's worth. But these were going for crazy, crazy prices at the start. There were dudes, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but there was dudes that had the whole 24K set, like the all 18 or how many teams there is. It was like, damn, that is insane. But what I was getting at is the pack ratio for these. Well, to get the gold plate, you need that one. That's the expensive one. That is about a 1 in 760 pack. So what? 1 in 36 boxes. So one per. How many boxes are there in a case? Is it 18 or 36? I think it's one in one case or 1 in 2 case, the ratio. That's how rare it is. But what you're saying about that, yeah, that's in full. I've got the full kit for that. Like I'm wrapping that thing up in cotton wool. Comes with the little stand and the foam inside, and I've locked it away in my vault as well. So, and whoever buys it will get the base cards with it as well. Obviously, yeah, that's probably the most expensive card that I own now, to be honest. Even though I have no intention of keeping it because I don't go for Carlton at all. But I know that Cripps is a fantastic player. Some of those, I think it was like the Dangerfield one, and who was the other one? It was 2 or 3 of them were just going for a ridiculous price. The Lance Franklin one, I think, was another one, like over 2,000. I was looking at some of the eBay sold ones, especially at the start, because at the start they're super rare because no one has ripped all the packs open. So, as it sort of went on, it's become sort of less rare, but it still is rare. You wouldn't be able to get those now. I think there's about 3 of the Patrick Cripps ones on eBay. They're all for over $1,000. So, but yeah, I am curious though to see. So the jumbo is going to be the same price, but yeah, that's crazy. You know what? If it's the same price, I might just switch over to jumbo this year and see what it produces and just rip a whole box. 105, yeah. The money back is insane. I guess it'll be sort of like a junior version of the Optimum. Do you remember the Optimum? That was insane. I stupidly did not buy because I thought it was going to be a flop. I ended up getting the full base set. I bought it with the folder for like $45 or whatever, just to keep it because it'll be rare soon. It'll be really rare. Plus, I've been buying all the folder sets for Team Coach or just collecting them and putting them all in the folders and shit. It's been fun with my kids. 2 packs in one. Yeah. See, I don't know. I guess that's why they're complaining about having to master the set, because there's probably going to be more cards than just the standard, whatever it is. But that'll be more fun. I reckon they'll make more money. They've probably thought about this. If people are going to buy twice the amount of packs to master a set, you can only imagine. And there'll be nutters out there that just go, no, I'm going to buy like 3 cases just to master the set. 2 packs in one. Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to Sliverwitcher. Yeah, it's good shit. I wonder how different. I'm really curious because the Optimum, it sort of goes in stages, doesn't it? You had the base pack and then the what's not the premium? What's it called? The prestige. The prestige, yeah, prestige. And then they brought out that once-off Optimum. I'm wondering if they're going to do the Optimum again. A mystery redemption. Damn. I wonder if that's 1 per case. I've still got my redemption. When I busted the pack of 2016 Future Force, I've still got the Gold Coast Suns redemption. It is a 45 of 100. I should probably send that in, shouldn't I? Get the card, have it graded, and then sell it or something for like $100, whatever it is. That's back in 2016. I don't even know who the players were in the Suns then. It was funny though, on that the last shorts that I did, I put up a post in the community tabs for, NBA having fat packs. Yeah, definitely. The funny thing is, back in the day, especially when I started collecting packs, when pack sizes were massive, you used to get like 15, 20 cards in a pack. That was like normal. Now some of these cards that come out, it's like 5 packs a card or 5 cards a pack. It's like, what? Yeah, I did that. I did that vote. I don't know if you guys voted on the poll, but I did that vote. Put a poll up and put a whole lot of things in that. A lot of people were, oh my god, don't even. It feels weird, doesn't it? The Nets 76ers trade. Yeah, I mean, God, I'm gonna have to get another glass of Sliverwitcher for that. That's a whole nother topic. Just hold that thought. We're gonna come back. Give me a second. All right. What do I think of that? Well, for those, and shout out to what are they called? This is a brand new bottle. It was my birthday this week, ladies and gentlemen. My birthday, and one of my very, very best friends bought me this. She's a lovely lady. I won't disclose her name on air because she's a very private person. She's European, and in her country they drink Sliverwitcher. And I tell you what, this is some really good shit. For those who know, let's just call her Anna. Anna, shout out to Anna. She does occasionally watch. If you're watching, Anna, love you. Thank you very much. We're actually born on the same day, believe it or not. But yeah, that Nets and 76ers. I had no idea there was discord. Firstly, James Harden. I mean, let's address James Harden, the elephant in the room. He seems to have those things follow him around every single time. Every club that he goes to, sorry, I'm just scrolling through. Yeah. Is it James Harden? I mean, Ben Simmons was obviously wanting a trade for a long time. Did Simmons even suit up for the 76ers this year? I know he was trying to get out of it in every single way. What I don't know is and we're going to find out, I actually think that trade will suit Philadelphia really, really well. Because if you look at what Philadelphia, I don't know if Philadelphia are one of the best three-point shooting teams. They're going to be significantly better with James Harden. I think what Harden doesn't have is leadership, but I think they've already got that with Joel Embiid. So, and he's like a combo guard, so he can play point or two guard, depending on, what's going to happen. I think the trade, I think Kyrie will probably have better chemistry with Ben Simmons because Kyrie and Harden were sort of both. I mean, even though you got a point guard and a two guard, Harden still averages nearly 10 assists a game. So he does play a lot of point, regardless of his actual position. And he's got really good handles. So you sort of got the same sort of thing. He's probably a better shooter than Kyrie. Kyrie's probably got slightly better handles. And the scoring wise, I don't know, but I think he'll bring a lot of scoring to Philadelphia. Simmons, on the other hand, I think because he's just different. He's like a big, small forward. I think it'll be good for Simmons. I agree. Harden Joel might be a combo to watch, 100%, and that's exactly what I thought. Embiid and Harden straight away. You've got the inside-outside thing. I can't think off the top of my head who the point guard is for Philadelphia. I don't think it's going to matter. I think he'll still play the same way. His combo guard, he'll probably bring the ball up and play point, and then other times he'll play in the isolation. But he's one of the best. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's unlocked a bit of. I would have liked to have seen the Nets do better with that trio, though, because if you I know it's just paper basketball, but like if you think about what you've got with like Durant, Irving, and Harden, I mean, it's hard to think that they would lose. And going into the playoffs last year, who'd they lose to? They lost to Milwaukee, and they were up 2-0, right? And Milwaukee ended up winning the whole thing. Now, if anyone watched that series, because I did, it felt at the start, like after game one, I thought they're going to sweep the Bucks. They're going to fucking mop the floor with them. And they got up 2-0, and it really did look like that was going to happen. And I think it went to game 6 or 7. I think it went to 7 games, but like basically they only won one more game after that. And after that, the Bucks just got on a roll and just killed everybody. But yeah, I mean, that's all. It's, that only lasted one season. It's just a pity, isn't it? And you wonder, the rumors were that Harden was disgruntled. And I think because it's his personality that's the problem. It's not his basketball skills or knowledge or smarts. The problem is because if you look at how many teams he's played for, now I think he's had stints at teams twice. Like he's literally been traded that many times. I think he's been to Houston twice, hasn't he? Yeah, it's just incredible. But it's his personality. So if he's not an alpha male, right? He's a very introverted person, but he's usually the best player on the team. So yeah, it's a bit of a, you need a dude that's going to be at the forefront on a basketball team. You need, he's not that leader. He's just a scorer, right? So at the same time, the rumors are that he doesn't handle being under like another alpha very well. He basically just goes into his shell and is like, no, fuck you. I'm a better player than you, but he doesn't talk about it. So that's, it's a mental thing. It's just a mental thing. And that's why every time he gets coupled up with like another superstar, you get these problems. That's why he lasts like one season and then he gets traded again. That's what I thought. I thought when they went to the Nets, man, I'm thinking, damn, they've got so much now. They've got like 4 or 5 really good 3-point shooters. They've got, they got inside players. They got so much, passing and handles. Like Kyrie and him both averaging nearly 10 assists a game. It's like, but it's just paper basketball, isn't it? When you put them all together, sometimes it doesn't work. It's like looking back to the 90s. I remember when Barkley went from the Suns to Phoenix, and he was playing with. At first, he was playing with Clyde Drexler and Akeem Olajuwon. I thought, man, this team's going to dominate, and they went okay. But they didn't, I think they got bounced. They would make it to like the second round. And then when they got Scottie Pippen, I think Drexler retired. They got Scottie Pippen in. I'm thinking, oh man, this is even better. Because but then it was probably even worse like after that. And I think that's when there was like feuds between Barkley and Pippen and, but that's just the same. I think there was unspoken about feuds between, I think, Harden and Kyrie Irving. But when Kyrie got asked in the lives, he was like, no, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to push it on him. He can do what he wants, which is fair. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes now. I think it'll be different. It'll be definitely different because Harden and Simmons are just completely different players. Simmons is the dude that sort of drives in and then looks to dish, or he'll just take it himself all the way in. And that's going to leave it. If the defense has to collapse on him, because he's not a perimeter player, so if he pushes it in, he's going to have Kyrie and Durant on the outside for spotting up. So definitely, I think in terms of ball movement for the Nets, it's probably going to be better for moving the ball because James is like a guy that will dribble it like 50 times. And by that time, I mean, defense is, that's what I don't like about the modern game. The isolation is completely different. They will do all this shit. They'll cross it over like 100 times, and then you sit there doing this shake and bake thing and shake and bake again. Harden does it about 5 times before he even initiates any contact. Yeah, it'd be less pressure, but I think you'll still see him like, top of the key, high post, and then you know what I mean, like doing those little drive-in dish outs. You might see that because he'll still get a double team. He's way too big and strong, and the inside he does have a pretty good inside game, but he's nowhere near the scorer that like Durant and Irving are. What was I going to say before? Yeah, so I put that post up on, put a poll up and asking everybody what they wanted to see, and there was a ton of votes. There was about 30 votes, and I didn't know which way it was going to go. There was like submissions, there was information. I can't remember. There was about 4 options, but the biggest one, and it took 50% of the votes, was the top selling Australian sports card. So I am going to make a video on that, but the funny thing is, because I've been doing a bit of Google trying to research what I might break it down into is like a couple of different sports. Trying to find information on the top selling Australian sports is a bit challenging. So I'm trying to find it through eBay data and a couple other things, but we'll come up with something. But there was a few interesting ones in there aside from like the Don Bradmans and. I think the Andrew Johns rookie card was one that went well. There was a Jonathan Thurston, I think, in the rugby league. What else was there? Obviously, the AFL. I think this year, the Supremacy one that sold for $50,000 was it the quad signature one? It was insane. It sold for $50,000. That's got to be in there. I think there were some tennis ones. That's what I was getting at. That were sort of. It took my attention, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." Wasn't Leighton Hewitt? It was something else. Leighton Hewitt did have one expensive card in there, but I'll put it all together, and we'll put that together, and it'll actually be a fun video, to be honest, because I think the most challenging thing is trying to find these different Australian sports that. The less common ones, because we know about rugby league, we know about AFL, and they've got expensive cards. What I do want to know, H-Tin, is it you that follows the rugby league? Someone does. There was someone else in here last time. What is there an equivalent to like the Supremacy set in rugby league from the AFL to the NRL? That's what I am curious to know, because I'm in a couple of the rugby league card groups, and one of my friends on Facebook, Robbie, who sometimes gets on my lives. I don't know if Robbie's in here now, but he has his own rugby league card collecting group. It's actually pretty cool, and they get all their cards graded and send. There's some really nice looking signatures and some other things as well. Yeah, is there a set, like a subset, like AFL has like Supremacy, which is like really expensive. Does the NRL have that as well? Because I know about the Traders, the base set, which obviously has it, which is just like the Footy Stars. But does that have a more expensive one as well, where there's like all signatures and stuff like that? because I liked what the traders were doing. I think their quality's increased a lot, especially over the last few years. Elite. So it's elite, right? Does it have like a bunch of signatures and stuff? So I'm just pouring another glass here while there's still ice. Figured I might as well get toasted in front of you guys. Helps me come out of my shell a little bit. Yeah, a bunch of cigs. Yeah, sweet. So I might have to investigate in that. Does that typically get like some really high selling price points with those autos and stuff from the elite? Yeah, cereals. Yeah, definitely. Because I know you can only get so much out of your base sets. For example, and I think the traders is the same, but if you buy a whole box of the Footy Stars AFL, you usually get one really good selling insert that is serial numbered. For example, this year or last year when I bought the 2021 Footy Stars, I did get lucky. I got a Brownlow predictor, which was serial numbered. I got the Melbourne wild card, and I'm a freaking idiot because I should have actually. Who won the Brownlow last year? I can't even remember. I don't think it was a Melbourne player, but yeah, I had the wild card. I should have probably sold that in the finals week when they were kicking ass. But I had that, and I got a Bang, which was the new one they brought out, and that was I think it was a Richmond. I can't remember which player, but it was a serial number. I sold them both for about $70, which covered the cost of the box and a tiny bit of profit. And then I was able to pick up the whole base set because of that. But yeah, I'm just curious about the NRL if it sort of follows a similar format with that elite. Just getting my research in because I am curious to know, because there's so many great players in every sport, and you just wonder, which you can research. And what I normally do is I'll normally find rookie cards of the very best players in any sport, because that's where you start with something. Especially if you're trying to find values and where sort of the base, you just look at NBA and you go, okay, who are the best players? And you go, okay, your Wilt Chamberlains, your Michael Jordans, your Birds, your Magics. You do a bit of history and you sort of go from that phase back and try and find rookies and how much they're going for. And you look at the Michael Jordan rookie. Elite golden tickets from last year for $1,000 or $2,000. That's insane. So that's the Traders Elite Series. I assume you're talking about, Josh. That's crazy. So that's sort of like, I guess, platinum Brownlow predictors or one of ones. Fuck, that's crazy. One of ones. I'm surprised they're not going for more. You know what? I'm saying this now. Do you think? Yeah, some don't go for a bit. All right, different levels of subsets. Yeah. So okay. You know what? And it's good that they're following the NBA's thing where they've got the different variants and the different colors of it's like Prism. Prism do the sapphire, the diamond, and the blues and the gold and shit. Yeah, that's crazy. And you just wonder, like, you look at like your elites and your supremacies and stuff like that, and you have to think to yourself, like, because they are following the way that the NBA is doing the volatile market. And that's one of the other things I wanted to talk about is in terms of there's two different markets in sports cards. And I noticed this about 2 years ago because I think when people collect and then they sort of take a look at the market, especially like currently for probably the last 4 or 5 years, they sort of get confused. They're like, oh shit, I like the old players, I want to collect them, but I love the new stuff that, you get a 1/1 or a 1/5 or a 1/50 and it sells for like $5,000 and then you're rich or whatever. But it's sort of I try not to get into that mentality. So I sort of separate it and you go like, you got your old market with like your past players in any sport who are, you look at their rookies and you get the best players and, that's that. And then you get the new market where you get like an elite or a flawless or a supremacy from the AFL and, you hit a 1/1 and boom, you know what I mean? That's so volatile. The card is brand new. The player might never win a championship or an MVP or anything like that, but his card is going to sell for like $2,000 or $3,000. And that's what I call, you know what I mean? That's totally different to like the old style where you buy like a Jordan or a Bird. You expect the price to be at a certain price, compared to like now when you get like some sort of redemption or a 1/1 or whatever, and it's like a lotto ticket, you know what I mean? So the market is completely different to like, because the way I look at it is, how like them Luka Doncic, the Prisms were going for like, thousands of dollars, but in reality, he has not done fucking shit except get bounced out in the first and second round. Like that is the legit reality. Same as Zion. He hadn't even played a game and his rookie cards were doing like $1,000 or $2,000. And then, the funny thing is now he's injured and he can't even play. And it's like his cards aren't worth fucking dirt now. I'm having trouble moving his rookie cards. Like I literally am. I had to, if you guys haven't seen, I put a bunch of auctions up and one of them is a graded Zion rookie card Prism. So, and even that's not doing that great. So, yeah. And that's where you got to be careful. Like with these guys, especially look at their body types, man. And he's got a mammoth body and, never bought a Zion. Yeah, fuck, man. I didn't get strung up in the hype, but I did get a good deal on this one Prism. And it wasn't the main Prism. It was like the subset Prism one. I can't remember what it's called. Like, fuck, I've got it sitting here somewhere. What is it? The Emergent Prism. Here it is here. Yeah, so it is going to sell someone. There's been about 3 or 4 bidders on it, but I don't think it's going to get to like hundreds of dollars. It'll probably sell for like, I don't know, maybe $50 or $60 or something. But, Melvin, welcome, buddy. But totally agree, Melvin. The hype behind some of these guys is not merited, not warranted, and I think, I don't know where it comes from. Is it like they get a tiny bit of hype and then all of a sudden you get all this interest from people that don't really know, It's up to $10. Thanks, Josh. Yeah. Don't remind me, buddy. I'm going to get fucking jacked out of this deal big time because it cost me about fucking $20 or $30 to grade it. I think it's a Beckett one. But yeah. I'm cutting Zion now. The way I look at it, there's players that, yeah, I'll show it up, man, for sure. Definitely. Where is it? There it is there. So it's a Prism Emergent. Sorry, it's all backwards. And it's a BGS 8. So yeah, it's not worth hundreds of dollars. I don't know the exact value on something like this because I don't think there's been a whole lot of selling on the Emergent Prism. It is his rookie card. Maybe $50. I think there's still probably 4 or 5 days left on bidding. So it'll look, I don't think I'm probably even going to get to $50 to be honest, but I've got about 25 auctions up at the moment. And I think about 10 of those have already had bids and there's a couple of them that are up to $15 or $20 or something. So that, I don't know where that one's at. Someone said it was up to $10. If it is, I've got a Kobe that's graded. I've got a Giannis graded. I've got a Grant Hill rookie. Yeah, I know. Good luck. I know. Tell me about it. Just got a bunch of stuff on there. Nothing too exotic or anything, but just some stuff I'm looking to move on. And I need to clear out some space because I've got a whole lot of, I've got slabs for days. Cheers, Josh. Thanks, buddy. We are going to be back, Josh, probably next week. I'm going to try and get back on track with the giveaways and at least run those once a month. So I will put something in the Facebook group if you guys aren't on that, Instagram, Facebook. Melvin, the hobby hangout. Enlighten me, buddy. I've had a heck of a week. Hang on. Is that the one in Brisbane? Oh, the Melbourne one, mate. I'm having a look at it now. It looks like it's going on tour. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's going to be at the Tivoli on the 27th of February. And it looks like it's selling out pretty quick. What's that actually about? I'm going to just click on that and open it up. That's next weekend. Fuck, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. When is it? Sunday, 11:30. Oh, I'd love to do that, though. Are you going to the one in Melbourne? Melbourne, is that where you're from, down in Melbourne? I'm just bringing up the Brisbane one now, buddy. Hobby Hangout. They're having it at... Hang on, let me close that down. Yeah, you're in Melbourne? So is it going to be like open slather? You can rock up with cards and just set up shop? Is that what's going to happen? You're going to flip some cards? Because that would be mad fun. By the looks of it, I'm just trying to scope this out, and I'm assuming. Why is it only showing me Brisbane? Big trade areas plus paid booths. Yeah, outstanding. I'm just trying to look at this. Okay, Brisbane is sold out, man. I'm looking at the Facebook thing. All right, let's check this out in detail. That's pretty epic. Let's have a look at the Hobby Hangout. Ooh. Helps if I can spell. Dude, I didn't even know about the Hobby Hangout. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, right. It's only got a small following. Let's have a look. So Brisbane is next week, and by the looks of it, it's already sold out. That sucks. I'll see if I can get a second release ticket or something. I wish I'd have known about that last week. So it looks like a 15, like in Brisbane, the one in Brisbane, which is, I live on the coast, so that'd be my only option. Yeah, it's going to be at the Tivoli, which is a place where they host live music. You know, sell some shacks. Yeah, sick. Man, NBA, Major League Basketball, AFL, UFC, soccer, Magic, Gathering, Pokemon. Oh, man, that's going to be on. That really is. That's going to be absolutely sick. So Melbourne, is it purely just going to be for buying and selling, or is there going to be some other elements to it that they haven't? Because I'm just looking at the Facebook page now. You know what? I'm going to share that actually. Yeah, I'm just clicking shares here. Oh man, really? From 130 point. Wow. He's not Australian though, is he? The guy from 130 Point? I thought he was American. Oh, he's Aussie. Really? I never knew that. The 130 Point, the website. You mean talk about the comps website? The 130 Point comps website? That is awesome. They have a Facebook group too. I'm going to join that. Oh, no, that's not it. No, it's a different one. Oh, wow. Yeah, because I mean, everyone uses 130 Point, don't they, to try and to get the comps of what they're buying or selling. It's either that or Slabwatch, but the Slabwatch one is it's not working for some reason. It hasn't worked in ages. The Chrome extension. If you know, yeah, it was good, but it's not. Doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, I think 130 Point, man. That's where it's at, definitely, because it's a website. It's different. It's not just an extension or an add-on. You to go there and look up what you're trying to sell, and it just grabs everything. Let's go back. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, so that select. Yeah, I think so. So have you've used Slabwatch as well? Is that what you were saying? Unless it's just my browser, I use Chrome, but it's not. It just seems to come up with errors now. So I think they've stopped like updating it or whatever. I don't think they're invested into it anymore. You find that with a lot of tools and programs, especially when there's a lot of hype around something. People will be interested in it and they'll invest in stuff, and then maybe the bubble bursts, whatever, and then those sort of people will just disappear. Maybe Slabwatch was one of those. Who knows? But yeah, 130 Points still going strong. That would be interesting talking to him. I mean, listening to him talk, that would be really, really cool. I wonder if I can get a ticket to the Brisbane one. It is next week. That might test me next Sunday. We'll see. Depends on if the missus is working or not. She sometimes works on Sundays. If she doesn't work, I'll be able to get a ticket and go up. It'll be mad fun. Yeah, everyone, it's a thing, isn't it? Because they'll get away with it at those card shows, Melbourne, because, yeah, you're never going to get people coming in and dropping and lowballing the customers off the bat, because they're sort of scared that the customers will come in if they see a card that's worth $100 and they've got it advertised for 80. They'll be like, "Oh, will you take $50 cash or whatever?" So everyone's gonna be like eBay, where they're 25% over and then make me an offer, which is sort of smart. But when you're at like person to person, not just like in a computer, and I think they'll get away with it too, because everyone will be feeling so good about being at a place like that at that time that they'll be all happy and excited. They'll probably people will be going there with thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars, whatever. They'll just be cashed up, going, "Yeah, I'll buy that off you." Look, if you guys ever bought off me, I try to be fair on my eBay. The way that I do it is most of my stuff will be slightly over, and that's to compensate people. And all of my stuff is make an offer, well, unless it's like $1 or $2. Oh yeah. Yep. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. You never know. You never know. You might get some decent price there. You might find some people that are, more realistic around what they're selling, rather than the people that are just there to 25% on up on everything, trying to take advantage of the event. But yeah, you're right about that. So many people, capped out all their credit cards. Oh, we can talk CGA. I actually had that. I've got a list of notes that I wanted to go through some stuff. We've sort of just been going off on tangents, but we've sort of covered. I don't know if you were here in Melbourne before we talked about the Select 2022 release, which is the Josh was talking about before. We were talking about with HT and Josh about the new jumbo subset they're bringing out. Yeah, exactly what he just said. Wait till the end of the show, because anyone who hasn't sold a card, that last hour, like when they know they're going to wrap it up, like people will be like, yeah, I got to make some money, so that's when you can go in and, well, no, I wouldn't say lowball people, but I would say go, 25% under. Definitely. That is a very good point. Timing is going to be everything. The thing is, though, you've got to be careful, because if it's a card that is like super popular and there's a bunch of people looking at it, you'll find that someone's going to buy it regardless, and they'll pay overs for it just to one up everybody there. So, I mean, I wouldn't go there expecting to buy like the mainstream stuff, but if you've got some PC stuff that you want to keep, and you'd be like, yeah, that's sort of, a bit sort of low key is the word. Yeah, discipline and not go crazy. That's right. Because there'll be some young dudes there. They'll rock in with thousands of dollars and be like, I'm going to fucking make sure I don't miss out on nothing. So anytime there'll be interest in it, there'll be like some dude that goes, I'm buying that right now. Man, that's a long shot. You'd be lucky. I mean, hold on one second. I'm going to bring up eBay because, let's have a look. Oh, another bid. Hey. All right, hold on. What are we looking for? We're looking for a Bradman. Wait, were the Bradmans in 1928? Let's have a look. Oh, no. What was his rookie year? I thought it was 1930. Oh, Jesus Christ. You're right. There is. No. There is a 1928-29 Don Bradman. Yeah. $1,200 with 23 watches. I'm going to hold that up to the screen. Actually, I'm one of the watches. Fuck, I must have seen that. See the top one? That's going to sell. There's nearly 30 watches. That is definitely going to sell. Anything with more than 3 or 4 watches usually sells. I've learnt that from being an eBay seller. The top one there, 1928 Don Bradman. That's fucking crazy, man. You think one sold? That would have to be his rookie year, because I thought he was 33 was his rookie year, but no, there's actually a couple of 28s there. There's team photos. There is, fuck, this shit's expensive. Holy crap. Look at that one. Hang on. Holy fuck. Look at these top two. So you've got a PSA 3 1928 Don Bradman on top. And that is going for, it's got 10 watches too. So someone's going to buy that. That is nearly $3,000. Now, this is what I was talking about a couple of weeks ago, boys. If you remember this, I was saying Don Bradman, people are sleeping on him, man. People are sleeping fucking big time. Now, that's the one underneath that is a Pop 1 PSA 1, okay, of a 1929. That's the same one, so rookie card. Now, it has 16 watches. Both of those are in the States. So the people from the US are already onto Don Bradman more than the people over here. So that tells you something. If you Google SG, here it is here. I don't have to Google it. It's right here. The SGC versions. I've seen these on the 1932s. The Nah, man, fucking Bradman's going to be fucking killing it. No, dude, people are sleeping on him. What are you talking about? Like, it's not fucking mainstreamed by any means. Like, you can say what you will. It's not like you Google fucking a Jordan rookie and there's like 50 of them. There's like 3 Bradmans when you put it in fucking eBay. That's proof right there. You know, I'm not saying it's going to get to hundreds of thousands of dollars. What I'm saying is that it's going to get to more than what it is because it's like there's not many of them. And when people start realizing it, you know, you can say what you want, but fuck, mark my words. You know, people aren't like, you know, how many people you heard talk about Bradmans? Like, none. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Okay, so 20K 3 months ago. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. And it's sort of under the radar. I'm not saying it's like mainstream, but I think it's gonna move up the ranks definitely. And I'd have to say, if you look at top selling Australian sports cards, yeah, I've been buying up too, man. That's why got the full set of 38s right there, full set, top to bottom, Bradman on top. I've just sent in 3 Bradmans to get graded. I've got another one coming that I bought off eBay. There's also, I've noticed too with the Bradmans, there's a couple of different types. There's the regular, like the photo cards, and then there's the G'day Adam, how you going, buddy? And then there's the cartoon ones, which are also pretty expensive. They go for in the hundreds ungraded, just raw. So you got to think though, like how many, this is like cards from like the 20s and 40s and 30s and 40s in Australia. How many fucking people would actually own these? There'd only be so many. Like what are print runs? What are print runs from the 1920s? You know what I mean? There wouldn't even be numbers. Like if you Googled print runs on like a Fleer basketball card, you'd find a number. Like if you Googled that for like, 1928 fucking Bradmans, how many would there actually be like around? Like I don't think there's that many. And that's why I'm talking Bradman's going to be rare because someone said it to me and I was like, no, fuck it. That's got to be a lost market, but it's fucking not. It's an untapped market. I'm telling you. One, because people are not buying it in that much demand because they're not switched onto it. As soon as everyone starts buying it up, right, and you only got a handful left. There's only a handful left now, so you got to get onto it. I've been buying. I said this. I called this 2 weeks ago. There's less Bradmans now than there was, but there's more of the other type ones. So, it's exactly right, man. 90 years. So if you think about it, those cards you're sending to get graded now, in just like 10 or 20 years, they're going to be 100 years old. And if you look at Babe Ruths and stuff like that, which are already at that level, and, you're moving back to like look at the Wilt Chamberlain rookie. That fucking sold for like 80 grand or something a couple months ago. So just because it's so old, you know what I mean? There are people that will still pay for that. And Bradman's in that category, except it's even older. So in a couple decades time, his rookie cards will be over 100 years old. And I have 1 graded Bradman, and I will soon have 5, maybe 6 graded Bradmans. So I'm going to have 3. The other one I've noticed that sells for a lot is the 1932. I don't know why. It's not his rookie card. That's exactly right, man. He's definitely an efficiency. Yeah. 100%. He's but it's funny though. It's funny if you look at his cards, they're selling in the States, and that's not even a country that likes cricket at all. So are people buying him up over there because they know about him and they know that it's going to be worth something down the track as an investment? I think it is. If you look at America as a country, there's always those people that are sort of eyeing the market off. And I'm sensing that there's some really efficient, is a good word, graded card collectors over there that are eyeing off international markets. those sort of people are probably looking at international sports and, who the GOATs are of each sport. Is that right? See, I didn't even know. I figured the 48 might have a few because there was quite a few of those. But even if you look them up by the year, there's not that many on eBay, right? I mean, there's a few, but there's different types. Like there's the regular photo ones and the cartoon ones. So that's where my interest is sparked. Yeah, I know there's a whole lot of people in there that are, purely investment and they don't know, they just know. But they're not really knowledgeable about the sport. They just know which guys are the GOATs. Those guys will gamble on anything because they've got money to burn. And they'll probably sit on cards until, it hits the peak of the bubble and they'll sell. So I think the ones that we got are the tobacco cards and the gum cards, right? For the Bradmans. The 48 was the Vitabrits, I think. The 38 was the cigarettes, the John Player special. And there's also the gum one. I can't remember which one it is, but there's a few there. Yeah. Cigarettes, yeah. The funny part was, is that the same John Player special that you can buy in shops now? I'm not a smoker, but one of my mates smokes JPS, and it's called John Player. Is that the same John Player? It has to be, right? If it is, it was like that John Player was around like freaking, 60 years ago, 70 years ago. Because that's like the more than that, 1938 John Player special. That's these ones. Not sure. But I'll just hold that up. I'll hold it up. Can you guys see that top there? It says, it's probably backwards to you, but it says John Player and Sons, right? John Player and Sons. Tobacco on ComC VGX 78 US. I'm tempted, but this fit, yeah. 1930 though, man. That's I'd almost pull the trigger on that. Yeah, a ComC has got a bunch of the Bradmans. It's got a lot, an absolute ton. It has a few of the graded ones as well. The SGC, the 1938, I think it is. No, 1934 and the 32. The SGC one, I had a look at comps that were sold on Bradmans, and there was already some that were like, say, SGC 4 to, say, SGC 7 that were selling between $1,000 and $2,000. Now, if you think about that, I don't know for certain because I haven't been following the Bradman sales for like a number of years. I've only just sort of awakened to it. But I'd have to say, like, I don't feel like we've hit the bubble. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think he's still in the baby stage of like where it could be. In saying that, I don't know because, I mean, people could have been selling Bradmans for years and us not even know because we're only sort of open up to it now. But, I'm really curious to see, $78, man. That's, what is that, about 90-something Australian, maybe close to 100? Yeah, 1930. That's his sophomore year. I'd go close. Very good to excellent. It'd probably come back, at least a 4 or a 5 if you sent it in. Has anyone, moving on to CGA, has anyone got any subs back? You've got a 33, 238s, and a 34. Man, that's outstanding because the 30s ones seem to be where the money's at. I don't know why. I know the 28s are moving because it's probably his rookie season or whatever. Yeah, the 28, 29, 30 might be a bit more difficult to get. But Oz Sports, that $78, man, for the 30. I don't know. I reckon that might be 15 sets of the 34. Fuck. That is epic. Oh, nice, dude. First up. You're going to get the new labels, which is really, really cool. $8. How the fuck did you get them for that cheap? Was that like, did you put the gun to the guy's head and say fucking hand him over? That's fucking outstanding. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, you got on Bradman early. Yeah, fucking smart man. Very smart man. That's what I'm saying. We could actually manipulate the market, boys. I'm telling you. Just buy up all the fucking Bradman. After a while, a second it starts drying up, the demand is going to go through the fucking roof, and that's when people will pay anything to get a Bradman. You know what I mean? Missed the boat. Oh, man, that's fucking funny. No, I don't know if you missed the boat, man. 1930. There's a 4-year gap there. You could put it down to 4 years, you know. Just you could just tell yourself that, you know, it's like the difference between like a Jordan rookie and say like a 1990 fucking Fleer Jordan instead of the 86. You know, I think the difference, and if you look at it like that, like fuck, there's a big difference in price. The 86 Jordan, what they call his rookie, it's not actually his rookie, but they call his rookie card because it's the first one by like a reputable card. I think that goes for like, could you even buy a Jordan rookie for under 10 grand now? Maybe raw. Who wants to buy a set? Mate, you are fucking manipulating the market. Yeah, I'm getting on board with the Bradman thing. I really am. I'm going to buy up. You know, I think I'm going to try and aim for 34, 38, and 48. I'm going to go for those three. I've already got 2 38s, 4 48s, and 1 34. I think it is, or the 32. Yeah. Mate, you shouldn't have admitted that you bought them for $8 a set. You should have been like, yeah, I bought these for like 150 a set. Yeah, about 50 a set. That's about right. I think, what does that say? Does that say 37, boys? 37? Can I get that close enough? I don't want to take it out of plastic. It's backwards anyway. That number right there. I don't know. I've had a few drinks. I think it's 37. Yeah, there you go. Is that a bit more focused? I think that's the 38 set, right? These are in pretty good nick. Like, these are in really good nick. Yeah. $24 3X. Yeah, 37. I don't know, man. Like, I think you just got to luck out like that. Like, I've made some. Timing is such a thing in the card industry, you know. But I think you've just got to take the opportunities. I still probably, and I'm not just saying this so that you pull the trigger, but 78 US on a 1930. I don't know if you do the math. Say like it's $100 Australian. You get it graded for $20 or $16, whatever it is, through CGA or even SGC. Yeah, but I still reckon. He bought them years ago though. So people were sleeping on them. Yeah, 100% buy and hold, 100%. I reckon. No, not just buy and hold. I mean, you could with this set because it's a whole set. I don't think I'll break that and grade it. I think I'll just sit on it another 10, 20 years. who knows? I mean, I could say, yeah, I'll make thousands of dollars, but I don't know. Like, even if it's just hundreds, I only paid like $50 for that or something, and that was about a month ago. The graded ones, definitely a buy and hold, but I think all of it, just because of the age of it, you know what I mean? The age is just. You went home and stocked up on Bradman. I saw that Hulk Hogan rookie. There was people posting that on the Facebook pages and stuff. That was super interesting. And then when I looked into it, there was a ton of the wrestling cards. A ton. There was heaps. There was Macho Man Randy Savage, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, all that shit. And people actually take the time and grade these things, which I think is funny. Oh, let's get this bottle topped up, boys. Shout outs again to my friend Anna and her lovely donation of a bottle. It was our birthday this week. I turned the big 43, and this is a top shelf drink. I am well and truly in the mood after a few of these, and I'll probably pass out in the next half an hour. So it's let's get this up in front of the camera. This was my 43rd birthday present. My best friend, I won't disclose her name. We've called her Anna. I don't want to. She's a private person. I won't disclose her name. I'll be a true friend. My very best friend, lovely girl. We're actually born on the same day, and she is from Europe. She gave me a bottle of, this is called Sliverwitcher. I believe it is a Bosnian drink, so Yugoslavian drink. And she gave me a bottle of it for a couple of Christmases ago, but this is the top shelf one, and I'm telling you, this is smooth. It's sort of like it's a clear drink, so it's sort of like a vodka-y drink. Being Bosnia, the Yugoslavia is like an Eastern European, same as Russia, so yeah, it's pretty full on, man. But it's got some punch, I tell you. Holy crap! And, the first drink takes your head off. You're like, the first sip, you're like, whoa, this is something else. But I pretty much only drink spirits. I can't handle beer at all. Beer just fucking hammers me. But I can drink spirits all night. Hence the Bundy rum thing. I can drink top shelf whiskey and rum. Don't really like bourbon. I would say it's not that sweet. I would say it's got a very similar texture and feel to vodka. That's the only way I can describe it. It does have a bit of coloration, like it's not clear, as you can see. But it's not like a brown, it's not like a whiskey or a bourbon or a scotch where they're like a thick brown. It is more of a clear. Having a little green puff and a gin, good stuff. Cheers. Yeah, pear brandy, definitely. I think that it is in that ballpark. But yeah, being the Eastern European, they love their vodkas and this sort of stuff. But she did tell me that it is particular to the Bosnians, Sliverwitcher, how they pronounce it. It looks different to how it is pronounced, but it's pronounced Sliverwitcher. They drink it in shots. They'll just go bang. I'm having it on the rocks. But it does have some bite when you take it in. It's got that mentholy, like a really strong vodka. When you sip that in, you're like, I can breathe fire. It's like that. But once you get past that, yeah, it's really, really nice. And I'm rocking pretty well on that. Hey, mate, Morris T. Peace, brother. Still grading. 100%, mate. I'm never stopping at all. Grading till I die. And there's grey hairs in my beard. There'll be grey hairs in my hair. And I will be grading until I'm 70 or 80 years old. And I can't grade no more, bro. That's real talk. Slabs for days. I have got So many slabs. And that brings us to our next focal point of this live. Let's talk some CGA. Has any of you got back a submission with the new labels? I've heard both sides of the fence. Surely one of you has to have got a submission back. Melvin, have you got one back yet, bro, or not? Are you still waiting? Oz Sports? H10, tell me, please. Or have you guys, what you guys waiting? Oh, you haven't sent in a sub. I thought you said you did. I thought you sent Bradman's in for him. Or was that H10? I due back soon. Yeah, same, mate. I've got some really nice cards coming back. End of March. Yeah, same, buddy. Mine's not coming back. CGA is losing customers. Why is that? Don't know. I'm not so sure about that. No, I'm not. Well, I'm close to. People look at me and they go like, "This guy is a CGA fanboy." I'm actually not. It's just that, well, I think for one, their stand aside from their label, which they've sort of tried to address, they're still the premier grader in this country. But yeah, I mean, well, I will say this though, oh, sorry, my phone's blowing up. As opposed to, I mean, in terms of them losing customers, yeah, I think definitely they're growing, man. They graded close to 100K cards last year, Morris. That's nothing to be sneezed about, especially in this country. If you look at the comparison, like the how do you say it? Like the population comparison. So our country, say, has 20 million, right? And you go to, they only pretty much grade from like New Zealand, Australia, whatever else around here. If you like do a comparative on, say, like them versus like PSA supporting a country like America that has like 350 million or 400 million people, they're right in that ballpark, man. Melvin, just do it, man. I mean, what cards are you trying to send in? I'd definitely send in some of your Bradmans for sure. One thing I've never had from them, and I mean, no, I won't say that out loud, because what I noticed today on Facebook was, yeah, definitely send in a Bradman, man. Definitely. That's what I did. I sent you send in your cheap ones first for trial runs, but I mean, I took a big chance on them at the start, and if you guys saw my videos 2 years ago where I was reviewing them, I think I've still got them. I've got cards that were, because if you look at their not their print runs, their numbers, right now, I think they're close to 100,000 on their number. Yeah, look, I know I'll agree with you, Morris. I will agree that their labels, I don't think, are at the level that they could be, and perhaps they should be. And the only logical thing I can think about for them is that they're trying to be the Australian PSA. You know what I mean? Where PSA have a very basic label. It's their label. PSA's label is fucking garbage. Actually, PSA is garbage. I'm just going to fucking say it. If any of you motherfuckers, is there any PSA reps on here right now? I'm pretty drunk, so I'll fucking share my mind with you. Get fucked, PSA. Like, you're the worst fucking company in the world. You dog motherfuckers. Anyway, let's get off PSA. I think CGA, PSA are fucking garbage, man. No, fuck no. I'm not pissed. What are you talking about? Or maybe a little bit. No, look. I'm not going to jump into like quantum scammers or whatever, but I think their customer service for a company that's grading, what are they up to now? 60-something million cards. I think you got to do better. I think you have to do better. Now they've moved away from they've changed their demographic to the rich man. You know what I mean? So it's like $100 a pop. Yeah, way too expensive. So, they're catering to that, because at the end of the day, they've represented the lower demographic for so long that, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, like, there are positives about PSA, especially when it comes to market. But if you look at some of the stories that are coming out now, and I did see one today where a guy cracked this was in Cherry, I think. No, it was in the sports card nonsense group on Facebook, which is an American group. There's tons of Aussies in there. There's probably 100,000 members. If anyone saw the thing today about how the guy cracked his BGS 9 Jordan and sent it to PSA, and it was a really expensive card. PSA put virtually a hole in the card, like a massive thumbprint and fucking indent in the top left or right corner, and then graded it a 7 and sent it back. He was fucking ropeable. And the worst part was, because people were like, oh, you can't prove that PSA did that. And he's like, yeah, I can. He documented the whole process with photos before he sent it, just to safeguard himself. He was robbed brutally, man. Brutally. He wasn't just robbed, man. He was fucking bent over and double fist ass raped. Like, PSA fucked him hard. And he's still dealing with their customer service right now. This was just today. So if you haven't seen that story, man, it was blown up. There was hundreds of comments. I put a comment in there because he said, how do I avoid this from happening? My comment was, you just don't grade with PSA anymore. That way you won't have that issue. That is one way of avoiding it. But look, and don't get me wrong, for the millions of cards that they grade, like, that's probably a 1 in 1,000 style case. But the indent is so fucking big, and it's clear that they've just like ripped it out. Why did that get moderated? Morris T. Oh, yeah, because you swore. Shit, that's right. You guys can swear in here. It's fine. Yeah, he was robbed, man. He was brutally robbed. That's an ass raping, mate, with diamond ring fingers all the way. Like, he just got bent over. It was quite an expensive Jordan. To see that, it does hurt you. I got burnt by them a couple of times. If you saw my latest submission return with the Larry Bird autos, they refused to authenticate 2 autos that were already authenticated by people with massive reputations that had personally been in the room and witnessed Larry Bird sign these autos, and they wouldn't authenticate them purely because probably I'm a nobody for them. The chat room for that one is, let me just bring it up, mate. I'll tell you. It's a Facebook group, I think. Let me have a look. Bum, bum. Oh, Ryan, are you in here, buddy? Ryan, no love for NRL, mate. We talked NRL for half an hour, mate. Sorry, I'm just responding. Oh, mate. Ryan, where were you when we needed you? For fuck's sakes. We talked fucking elite, man. I don't even know nothing about NRL. Where is this? Let's just get the groups page up, and I'm going to go to search. Yeah, Ryan, for fuck's sakes. We all know who you are, Ryan. Come on. You're one of my oldest fucking fans. I know he's in here. He just doesn't want to say anything. I'm sure he's one of the dudes that's in here, because there's a few people in here. You must have joined late, Ryan, because we did fucking talk about NRL, buddy. We talked about elite. And I need your feedback, Ryan, because I'm trying to put together my latest video. Hey, the funny thing is, I'm actually both. Where I grew up in Southport, it was very much a 50-50 area where people actually did barrack for both teams. And I grew up in Southport on the Gold Coast. It was the Southport Tigers and the Southport Magpies. So you went for Collingwood, you went for Balmain Tigers, right? And I did exactly that. And I'm still true to the fucking thing, except the NRL threw my team out of the comp and merged it with West, so we're the West Tigers. And the West used to be the Magpies, right? Don't even start me on that, man. I've had a few drinks, okay? Let's have a look. What group are we looking for? We are looking for sports card nonsense. Here it is. All right, let me just it's got this group has got 28,000 members, and let me just try and find this post. Where is it? Oh, this is going to be a fucking needle in the haystack. I'm sure it was this fucking group. I'm sure. Where is it? Oh, fuck me. I'm just scrolling through. I'm trying to find this post. I'm fucking certain it was on this. Yeah, go into the sports card. It's called Sports Cards Nonsense. It's a big group. Mate, I should pop some background tunes, but I'd fucking wake the missus up and kids, and I think that'd be the end of it. I did think about that, and if I was getting on a couple hours earlier, but it is fucking mad late. She's got to work in the morning. Yeah, otherwise I'd do it, mate. I don't mind having a bit of tunes on in the background for sure. Where the fuck did I see that? I'm almost certain it was Sports Card Nonsense. But yeah, if you can find that post, I love eBay. What do you hate about eBay, Melvin? Jesus. Hate CGA, hate eBay. What else do you hate? eBay's fucking sick. They've actually raised their standards. I've never done a Facebook deal. I never will. Like, I always just, the Facebook scammers fucking group is insane. People get scammed so hard. It's expensive. Yeah, it is. There's a reason for that, though. There really is. Because most of the sellers are just that much more prestigious than you talking about selling? Yeah. Even buying, yeah, fees are insane. I know. It's 100%. I agree, Morris. Yeah. You know, I've never fucked a buyer over ever. And that's why I've never been negged. Touch wood. I probably will, eventually. But I've been selling for what, 2 or 3 years now. Yeah, that's the best, mate. It's free. Well, it's not free. You do pay with your promotions and that. But Chevron Island, mate. Yeah, 100%. Southport Primary, mate. Fucking A. No, dude. I went. That is a little bit before my time, but I went to Southport. I went to Southport Primary Preschool. That is a true story. 1982 to 1985. I went, 3 years preschool. Was it 85? 86? 84. 84, 82, 83, 84. Yeah. Mate, I know where Brownbelly Street is. Yeah, fucking A. One of my mates lives in that street, dude. Seriously. One of my good mates lives in that street. Yeah. I drive past that every day because my missus works in Surfers Paradise. So from where I live near Robina, which is sort of central Gold Coast, central sort of west. And we drive into Surface to drop her off, so she doesn't drive. So I drive over Chevron. Yeah, man, Brown Valley. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. He's a mad AFL supporter too. Goes for the Sydney Swans. Shout outs to Ian. You're not going to be watching this, Ian, but shout out to Ian. Good bloke. He's a bit older than me. He's a good bloke. Used to work with him. He actually rings me a couple times a year because he's got he loves footy so much. He watches any sport at all. He's a fucking sport head, but he'll ring me or message me once a year, be like, "Hey, I got Suns tickets. Let's go," because he's got membership to the Suns. So we usually get tickets up. He's got right behind the goalpost there on the southern end. So yeah, it's really fucking good, really good. Yeah, cheers, Melvin. Fucking A, mate. 100%. Thanks, everyone, for getting on. There's been a few people in here tonight. Appreciate you guys. There's been a few people who haven't, so I can see there's a few more people in here that are actually not talking, but I do appreciate you all having a listen. That was the last thing I wanted to talk about was let me go back to that here on my notes. No, not that one. Where are you? Oh, did I close it down? Here we go. Yeah, CGA. I did want to know if anyone's had the new CGA. I'm going to hit the sack soon, boys. Yeah, so if you just want to peace out, I'm all good. Hopefully be back next week with another giveaway, another slabs giveaway. I wanted to do it this week, but I just didn't have the time to put it together properly. But I am going to be trying as consistent as I can, even if it's once a week, once a fortnight, monthly, whatever. We'll make it happen. What I am looking at trying to do, and did you guys check out I don't know if there's any Pokemon support, any Pokemon people in here, TCG, but I did do a TCG submission with Prestige, PGS, Prestige Gating Services, which is, I think, from Melbourne. And I sent down 3 Pokemon cards with them. So that just my daughter's ones. It's going to be really, really cool to get them back. Their labels look fucking sick. But I noticed, Morris, you did mention that CGA is losing customers around their label. I do actually agree. I don't know if they're losing customers. It's hard to say, but I mean, time will tell. But there are a number of other companies that are up and coming in the Australian market that have really, really nice labels, and PGS is one of those. The other one is TCG. They've got really, really nice labels. So when I get those back, that's going to be really cool. I did reach out to them as well, and they're going to feature me because I did the submission guide. They're going to put that on their website and blah, blah, blah. But that's going to be really cool. I'm excited about that. The other thing I'm excited about is probably hoping by mid-year on my website, we can get a bulk submission. I'll get like a form thing where people can pay, and we can all chip in and do bulk submissions with CGA and with whoever else we want to. Excuse me, but I do have, like, Beckett Boy is a registered business, even though it's just my side hustle. So yeah, PCG is nice. Yeah. Oh, is it Parramatta? Is it? Can't remember where I sent it to. I did send it to them. Yeah, sick. Their slabs look awesome, man. Like, I was just like, holy crap. There is some really, they've really thought about it. And I think they've got a QR code on the back because they've got a population report, which is really, really cool. I know CGA is working towards that with their new label. But some of the other companies have already got that, the new ones. I think TCG's got it. I think PGS has it. I think the Perth Grading Company has also got it as well. Oh, that's sick. Really? Oh, man, that is so cool. I would love to do that and, like, I'd love to, like, meet Craig from CGA, some of these other guys from, like, PGS, TCG, go in there and actually, like, video the whole thing. That'd be freaking sick. Yeah, I know. The only thing I don't like about CGA is their slabs still are really clunky. I know their grading levels are really, really clean and everything like that, but some of these new ones that are coming up, man, have got the fucking slab market, definitely. Yeah, sick. That is good. Love to see the pictures, man. If you're not in the Beckett, the Card Grading Australia Beckett Boy group, please join and feel free to. I fucking should do that, because I've repped Craig through the fucking ass, man. I reckon I've brought him a ton of business. If you look at my CGA, my first CGA videos, some of them have got like fucking 5, 6, 7,000 views and shit. Like I've blown the fucking thing up, you know. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was fucking. Yeah, it was the early on shit was I think a lot of people didn't even know about CGA. But if you look at my slabs, a lot of people did. They were like, "Hey man, I want to get some cards created." I'd be like, "Nah, man, I don't fucking work for them." Like, oh, okay. So I probably lost. But if you look at my early subs to CGA, like the return numbers were hell low, like fucking 5,000, 6,000. My latest ones were like 60,000, 70,000, 80, and I think even 90,000. They're up near 100,000 now. But some hell fucking low numbered cards, and I've still got some of those, especially the raw autos that I sent in. And I was gonna crack them and send them to Card Authority because their slabs are so much fucking cleaner, especially for on card autos. But I was like, nah, these fucking serial numbers are way too low to fucking do that. So I think I'll just chill on those raw slabs. But oh, look at that, Timbo, my best friend has tuned into the conversation. Loving the convo. Good stuff, mate. I just say something, Tim, if you're not there. You're probably in anonymous mode, aren't you? Anyone seen the Queensland Heroes Sport? No, I have not seen that. 2002. Is that AFL or is that Select? Was Select doing AFL back that far? 3 sets for the Doohan. Yeah. Oh, you guys want to see some cards? Fucking A. Let's talk cards. I am waiting to get I haven't got my latest sub from, fucking legend, mate. Agree. Yeah, fucking sick. If you guys ever want to showcase though, just fucking post your cards on the Card Grading Australia Beckett Boy group. Because I love looking at that shit, man. It's fucking sick. Absolutely sick. I love seeing other people's cards too, because everyone has their own, you know what I mean? Like how they think. Everyone thinks. It's like anything, you think differently about the cards you love and all that sort of shit. So I've always tried to do, when I started, buying a whole lot of shit, I was buying all these autos and I was like, man, this is fucking sick. And you can usually find a lot of on-card autos cheap, and that's because grading companies won't usually touch them unless it's like raw. And that's where Card Authority Australia fucking are dominating, because you can get, they just slab them for you and they put on it hand signed, and it's fucking legit. Like, let's get some slabs out. If you didn't see, I have got, because someone did say in the latest poll that I put in, there was a bunch of comments. Yeah, cheers, Morris. Thanks, buddy. I'll see you next week, mate. We'll be back on for the slab giveaway. But someone wanted to see a list of the top cards that I own in terms of value, and then another set in terms of what are my favorite. So I've sort of like, it's hard though, the value, because fucking A, CA slabs, man, fuck, they're good. You can't argue with that label. The labels are legit. Let's have a look. Look at this. Yeah, here we go. So I've got a few more coming back. I've got two for the NRL heads. I've got 2 Greg Inglis signed cards coming back. Now, one of them cost me about $80. Now, these are going to my brother-in-law because he's a mad fucking South Sydney supporter. But this is what year is that? 2018. So Callum Brown. Look at the fucking label on that, man. That is fucking legit. This one here, this is going to be worth a bit because Melbourne won the premiership this year, and that is Angus Brayshaw. Robbed of the Norm Smith, I might say. Robbed of the fucking Norm Smith. That cunt should have dominated. I think he was a bit stiff. It was all about Petraka. I don't know, he had a good game, but this man right here, mate. I tell you one thing, Andrew from Card Authority. When I got my first submission back, and I didn't even recognize this, I went live on Facebook, and it was one of you, Mob, that pointed it out. Oh, who's blowing me up? Okay. I posted photos and did the video on that, and someone messaged me saying, "Hey, mate, your fucking labels are wrong." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And they're like, "Your Dale Thomas and your Dane Swan are not right." And I didn't even realize, and I fucking looked, and I'm like, "Whoa. What the fuck?" So the funny part is that Andrew was actually watching the live, and he fucking rang my mobile at like 9:30 on that night. And I was getting ready for bed, and he just rings. There's some random mobile number. I'm like, "Oh, who the fuck's this?" I answered it. He kept ringing. I didn't answer it the first time. I don't ring random numbers. I don't answer. And mate, I agree. They are better than NBA. Fucking A, all day. And he rang me and he apologized and said, "Send it back. We'll fucking reslab for free." So I did, and they reslabbed it for free. And he was so genuine. He was like, "Mate, I'm really, really fucking sorry." And that's the same Andrew. If you guys watch the podcast, I mean, they've got a pretty big following now. But he actually took time out to ring me at like fucking 9:30. I mean, that's good customer service. You can't. This is probably I don't know if it's my favorite card, but it's definitely one of them. And Timbo, you remember this guy because Timbo remembers the Adelaide Crows from the 90s. I know you're watching, Tim. Andrew McLeod, the number 23, the GOAT. This guy's a fucking gun. Hand signed by Andrew McLeod. This one cost me, that's all Australian. 1999. So that's over 20 years now. Hand signed, all Australian. Andrew McLeod. I think that was his second All Australian jersey. The year after they won the flag. Dual Norm Smith medalist. Before Dustin Martin, he was the only player to win back-to-back Norm Smith medals. So one of my favorite AFL players of all time. But that's one of my best cards. And just the slab on it, man. Look at the label. It just fucking looks sick. He was brutal, man. He was such a fucking great player, you know. And if you watch the legacy video on him on YouTube, it's fucking sick. He was just so skillful. So skillful. My latest, and these are probably cards that I'm going to feature in my most valued cards, I guess. My 88 Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which is a PSA 7. I've actually got two of those. One is on eBay right now for sale. And this is just the ones I got back from recently from PSA. I've got a few others that are probably worth more than these. Well, questionable because it's all on comps, isn't it? Kobe Bryant rookie card, the Z Force. The Z Force, even though it was a bit more mass produced, I think it's one of my favorite Kobe's. Just the Z Force ones in particular. I've also got the Z Force Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, and Shane the Hammer Heel. They actually made NBA rookie cards of Shane Heel, and they're fucking sick. I bought them not to make money, just because I love the Hammer Heel, man. He was such a gun. And when he went to Minnesota, you know what? I'm going to get him out. I've got Larry Bird rookie card. This is one of my. That's probably close to my favorite card. That is a 1980. So that is his actual rookie card, PSA 6. That one's worth a little bit. Dude, I'm going to get the Hammer Heel out in a second. I've got him in the box just there. Just wait. And this was the 86 Fleer set is fucking sick. Yeah, like I didn't buy a hammer heel to make money. I really just bought it because, yeah, I remember the Charles Barkley thing. That was fucking sick. He actually almost punched on with Charles. He was like, "Fuck you, man." You remember when they had that? It was in '94, I think, in the World Games, and Barkley hammered him after he hit that three. He spotted up. He hit a three in Charles's face, and Barkley decked him. 1986 Larry Bird Flair sticker. That's one of my best cards as well. Really, really nice card. And something totally different. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Tiny Archibald, and John Havlicek, 1972 top. So the year the Lakers won that, I think. Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, and Elgin Baylor. Let's have a look at see if I can find them. Here they are. Now, these aren't graded at all. Oh, yeah. Before I get to my ungraded cards, I'll just go through some of these. I've got the another Kobe rookie, PGS 9. That's the Skybox Premium. Really good card. It's gone down in value. When I first had it graded, it was probably worth, I don't know. Kobe went really high after he died. He went up to like $2,000 for rookie cards. And that's the Flair Metal one as well. That was worth a lot more than probably what it is now. I need a better chair than when I got Melbourne. I'll accept any. I don't even know what one of this is. Probably a cheap Officeworks one or something. I need to get one of those. What are those custom made ones? I can't remember. You know, the ones with the padding and shit, the gaming ones. I need to get one of those. They look fucking sick. And they don't make it as much noise as these things. Michael Jordan Bowman's Best, BGS 9. I had to clean the shit out of this, and the surface still only got an 8.5. If this surface had got a 9, it would have been a fucking gem minted 9.5. However, it still is worth about $400-500 in that condition. So I'll accept that. And then this one here, the Infinity Dane Swan Gem Mint 9.5. This is worth a little bit. The Infinity series in general, the inserts are worth quite a bit. Dane Swan. Yeah, the Bowman's are sick, man. Fucking really is. This guy here is probably my favorite player of all time. Just such a fucking beast. He was the original Dustin Martin. There's no question about that. He really was. And then speaking of the GOAT himself, this bad boy. And this one is worth a little bit as well. This is a serial number, limited edition, Norm Smith Medal edition from the 2020 Grand Final? Or was it the 2019? The 2020 series. No, 2020 Grand Final. So when he kicked 4 goals and won best on ground as well. That one's worth a little bit. Thought I'd just show you those since everyone wanted to see them. But moving on to the hammer, I've got a pile here. But these are cards. I've got like a box, and what I do is I sort of just break it down to cards that I eventually want to grade. And I actually want to grade the hammers and actually keep them. I've got, are they out on the, I've got a whole bunch of Andrew Gazers. I think they're packed up, though. Yeah, they are. That's right. I've got the Andrew Gaze rookie card and the 1994. Who's the company that made the cards back then? I can't remember who they're called. Futera. I've got the 94 Gaze, and I've got it's 9.5 Gem Mint, and I've got an 8.5 of his Collegiate, which is his official rookie card when he was playing for Seton Hall in the US. And what have I got here? So, all right. This is one of my favorite series, the 1989 Hoops. Such a clean look. That is a David Robinson rookie card. His official rookie card. As you can see, he has not played a game on that. That was when he fresh was drafted in 89. I've got 3 of these Larry Birds. I've also got the same card, PSA 9, which I got a fucking sick deal on that. Dude, is Giddy the fucking dude that's dominating over in the States at the moment? Is he the Australian guy that's fucking kicking ass over there? There's one dude over there that's killing it. Pretty sure it's Giddy, right? But yeah, fuck, he's dominating, man. He's having a fucking sick season. I know he's sort of so that's the year after that. And if you can see the difference, like that's 89, that's 90. So they sort of kept the same format, changed it a little bit with the coloring. I prefer the white. Yeah, Giddy's sick, man. He really is. That's a Rui and a J.A. Morant rookie card. So I don't know. I'm not in a rush to fucking get those graded anymore because I just think there's too much hype around those young players. As soon as they throw a dunk down, it's like, oh fuck, this guy's the best. Let's fuck $2,000 for a rookie card. Yeah, fuck no. That was the fucking Kobe medal. I've got one graded over there, 8.5 from SGC. That was the one that came back from BGS as altered. I was so fucking pissed about that. And I measured it up against some of the others. It fucking doesn't look any different. So I was really pissed about that. First day production. This was a card I fucking pulled like literally 20 years ago. I'm not even kidding. And I've still got it. It's in mint condition. First day issue, see the stamp. So they're a little bit rarer. That means it was actually made on the first day they ever fucking started mass producing. And some of the first day production ones are worth more. That's a shame. Someone actually gave me that card. Oh, here we go. This is what we're getting to. Now, I bought these all in one go, but I wanted to do because the same year that Shane here was a rookie, you had Allen Iverson and Kobe. And so I'm thinking I wanted to get the Z Force like in all of them and also the Skybox Premium. So like how I showed you the ones that are graded. I've got the Skybox Premium Shane Hill rookie. So this is the proper when he went to the States. I've got the Fleer. Is that Fleer Ultra or is that Fleer? That's Fleer. And it even says rookie. I've got the Fleer Ultra rookie, Shane Hill, and the Z Force one. The Zs just look at the design on those. They look really fucking sick. There's no other way to. As soon as I got the Kobe one, I was like, man, these are a fucking sick card. There's no other way to describe it. So this is the next year after. Actually, no, I'll go the Allen Iverson one first. Same year. And that's the Allen Iverson, the AI. So I've got Allen Iverson, Shane Hill, and the Kobe Bryant in the Z. And then I've got the Shane Hill, the Kobe, and the Allen Iverson in the Skybox Premium. So that's something that's really cool. And the next year after, not the same year, that was 97. This is 98, and that's the Tim Duncan Z. I think the 98 Z is not quite as, if you look at the 97 series, a little bit more colorful. It just, they're a little bit more bland, but that's the Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan cards in general are really cheap, given he's a 5-time champion and I think 2-time MVP or something. Here's some interesting ones. So I've got a couple of Jordans here. These are cards I've owned for like 30 years, these Jordans. I've had them for, the Fleer Ultra, I think, from 93, 94. 96, 97 Fleer Ultra, and I think 95, 96 or 97, 98, I can't remember. But the years that they won the championship, the second three-peat, those two there. Yeah, definitely, man. The earlier Z Forces, I think those first couple of years, they nailed it. As it started getting on, they made them a bit too basic. I think the whole point of them was that they were very colorful at the start. And they should have just kept them that way and kept them more artistic rather than simplifying the design. That is a Shaquille O'Neal 1992 Hoops rookie. Hoops was bought out by Skybox. Yeah. As you can see there, that's his true rookie. That's his college stats on there. Hasn't played a game at that point. So I got a good deal on that one. I've also got the Alonzo Mourning of that one somewhere. So I've got pick number 1 and pick number 2. I've got the 1992 Top Stadium Club. Stadium Club in 92 and 93 was just fucking phenomenal. Probably my all-time favorite release. Even though it was mass-produced, yeah, that's where you had the beam teams, the super teams, and I can't remember what that other one was, but it was, just phenomenal, man. They had the really glossy. It was the first really high gloss card that came out. Like both sides were really high gloss, shiny. And this is a base Tim Duncan rookie card. So that is the very base card. So they're all cards that eventually I'll get graded, but I'm not in a rush to get them graded, if that makes sense. Probably SGC, because PSA, I'm not paying $100 a card to just get like 7s and 8s and shit. It's just not worth it. Now I've also got these are pretty expensive now. I've got 2 sets of the 1990 Fleer stickers. They're not over the top expensive now, but buying them in a full set they are. But then it starts getting down. I've got the 89, 2 sets of 89 as well, including the Jordans in all of these sets. And this one's probably the most expensive, the 88 Fleer, and that's got the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan in it. That's worth a few $100s now, just the full set of those. I've also got graded Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird in that 89 as well, in slabbed already. But yeah, that is it, dudes. I am going to fucking probably peace out now. What are we, 11:30? Is everyone still awake, or is everyone gone to bed? Good chat, dudes. All right, next week I'm going to put up chat up in the. I'll put a post up in the Facebook group this week, and hopefully we get a live going next Friday night, and we get some talk going around fucking CGA and the whole bulk submission thing. Hopefully I can get a system that is good. I am going to bring insurance into. I want to bring insurance in so it's properly covered. Because I know people have mad issues sending their cards to a middleman, and I respect that totally. So that's going to be us, though. We'll get that on the table and we'll fucking nut it all out. And until next time, dudes, I will see yous all in the sauce.